Yo, what's up? It's Drew from Ado Sounds, and today I'm going to show you guys a top secret plugin that I use to make drums sometimes. This is a straight up cheat code, honestly, if you want to make your own drum samples or make variations of popular drum samples so you're not using the same shit everybody else is using. I still really encourage you to learn like drum synthesis, stacking, layering, and how to make your own drums from scratch, but for people that are new to making drums or people that just want a cool variation on drums they already have, this is an amazing plugin. So let's go ahead and get into it. This plugin is called Emergent Drums, and it has this drum pad, which I never use. I just use a single pad, and it has some samples that are already loaded in here. But the first thing I'm going to show you is how it works with kicks. Let's go to a kick drum. Okay, so we have this kick drum here. This slider determines how similar or random the sample is compared to the original sample. So if you put it all the way up, this might make this kick drum into a percussion sample. So let's try that real quick. So it made it almost like a low tom, not like a kick anymore. So it's a completely new sample. And if you press generate again, it's going to make a completely different sample. That's what the random all the way up, it sounds like that. But what I like to do is keep it between like here and here. So it makes a similar drum sample, but it's still a completely unique waveform. It's not the same sample at all. So we'll go back to this kick and put this maybe right here. Press generate. So that's a completely new kick drum. And I'm going to show you guys the waveform. And obviously it has that little like open hat sound on the end. You can just cut that. So let me pull in this original kick. And as you can see, this is a completely new kick. This is not the same kick drum anymore. It has similarities, but the waveform is actually a lot different than what the original is. So now I'm going to try to do it a little bit more extreme with the same sample. Maybe put it up to about 30%. And now it's really different. Completely different from the original. If I put this back in here, you can see completely different waveform. Sounds completely different. So you can make really good kicks with this. One of the cool parts is that you don't have to like resample it or anything like that. You can drag this sample directly onto an audio track like that. So completely new sample. So this plugin is really good for more low timbre sounds. So anything from kicks, snares, claps, percussion, toms, stuff like that. It's perfect for. It does not work well with hi-hats or cymbals or crashes and stuff like that. And it also doesn't work very well for 808s. But with all the samples you can make with this thing is like a definite must-have plugin. So I'm going to show some more examples. I'll do a clap next. So we'll put this similar, about 25%. So here's the new clap here, and here's the old one, new one, old one. So you hear it, completely new clap. And one thing I really recommend is to trim the tail, because sometimes it makes kind of long tails that don't sound good. Okay, so next I'm going to try it with some kind of like iconic samples. So we'll try the Young Chop snare. You can make a completely new version of the chop snare super easily. So I'm going to put this similar to about right here. Press generate. So I'll drag it in. Drag in the original chop snare. So completely new drum, but still has the same kind of timbre, same kind of feeling to it, but that way you're not using the same exact drums as every single other person in the world, but you can still get that kind of iconic sound. Okay, I'm going to show a few more examples with other drums I like to use it with, so we'll do like some snares. This is a good snare. So maybe turn the random up a little bit. Sounds pretty different. Turn it up even more, and this is gonna actually use this new sample and generate a new sample out of the new sample. It's not using the original sample. That's a pretty cool snare. And you can hear this is the original. So this one's a little bit softer, more laid back for kind of smoother R&B. This one's a little bit more trappy. Once again, amazing plugin for just making new versions of sounds that you might not come up with otherwise. Another good thing to use it on is like rim shots, but one thing that I really use it on a lot is percussion samples. So I'm gonna go into my Essential Percussion pack. So this is like a tom, like a low tom. And that's still pretty similar, so I'm gonna turn up the random a little bit more. So there we go. That one's pretty unique. Here's the original. And here's the new version. So you can see those waveforms are like absolutely completely different. It added a cool transient on it, made it a little bit more curved. Definitely something to explore with percussion samples. I'll do one more percussion sample. This is like a little tambourine sample. So you can hear that made a completely new sample, like not even close to the original. And now you can trim that, and you can hear this is the original. That's the new version. And I'll show you one example of what it'll do on an 808. So I'm going to go to one of my favorite 808s that I use a lot. This is a Process Spins 808. So I'll put this in here. See, it just makes it kind of flabby and gross sounding. It's not smooth like the original. So definitely wouldn't recommend it for 808s, but once again, for kicks, snares, claps, percussion, and any kind of like toms, anything from a drum kit, try this out. This plugin is absolute gold. You can make your own sample packs with it, but also what I like it for more is just to make variations of drums that I already like, so I can have more original sounding drums in my music. So if I have, like, for example, a really, really popular snare that's in like every kit, I don't have to use that exact snare, but I can still get the sound of that snare and the essence of it. So it's really good for that. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to share this plugin with you because it's been like an absolute gold mine for me, making samples, making new variations of samples for my beats. So make sure you check it out. It's created by Audiolab and it's called Emergent Drums 2. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you. Make sure you check out my free sample packs on AnduSounds.com. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.